Hello, Big Mocker. My name is Shavon Smith. I'm in the Creative Writing and Entertainment program at Full Sail University, and I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance. I just wanted to run an awesome idea past you about a show I'm creating. I'm sure you're going to love this idea. My project is titled Starting Over. It's a television show that was inspired by my own life as a lesbian female just coming out of a long-term relationship. Blue is the main character in the show. She's an entertainment writer living in LA and has just experienced a bad breakup with her fiance. Maya is her best friend, and she's married to her husband Dante, who also happens to be Blue's best friend. They've all been best friends since college, and they live in a small town in the Midwest. The conflict in the story focuses mainly on Blue's life and how she now has to pick up the pieces and start all over, as well as play the middleman in her best friend's failing marriage. The story begins with Blue and her fiance's last conversation, where she tells Blue she has been having an affair and is 3 months pregnant and leaving her. Blue is devastated. Still erect, she goes to work the next day and quits. And then she calls Maya and tells her everything that happened. And Maya insists that she needs to pack up her life and move back to the Midwest and come recover with her and Dante. That part builds up to the climax, where Blue quits her job and says goodbye to LA and moves back to the Midwest to put her life back together. During this period, Blue begins to find herself. She heals her broken heart and lets go of the idea of what she thought her life was supposed to be. It concludes with all the characters learning from each other and each other's situations. Blue learned a lot about herself and relationships by observing Maya and Dante in their marriage, and both Maya and Dante, through Blue's experiences, learned what they really want out of their relationship. The characters are changed by being forced to change themselves. I put a lot of time and heart into this project, Big Mocker. I've had to make some changes that were minimal. I made Dante's character the antagonist because he gets himself and Blue into a lot of compromising situations by trying to live his single life dreams through Blue. I also added a repeat ending where each episode will end the same way, with Blue lying in bed at night, writing in her blog, much like they did in Doogie Howser at the end of each show. When it comes to the production aspect of the show, Big Mocker, I have to say I have picked an excellent producer to handle the production work of the show. I chose Eileen Chaikin. She is the famous producer who produced the Showtime series The L Word. I chose Eileen because I felt like, having done The L Word, being a show that focuses on lesbian relationships and the lives of lesbians, she would be able to capture the essence of Blue and the things that she goes through being a lesbian in today's society. I also felt that she would be able to show that lesbian relationships as well as gay relationships are human, and it's the same thing as any straight relationship that you're going to come across, and that's something that we do want to generate to the audience. I searched far and wide, and I believe I found a home for Starting Over. I'm going to go with Sister Lee Production Company. It's a company that's owned by Yvette Lee Bowser. Yvette is a famous African-American producer who has produced some pretty big shows in the African-American community, such as Living Single and A Different World. I felt like the success of those shows, especially Living Single being a roommate-based sitcom, which is what I'm trying to do, would be a smart reason to produce Starting Over with Sister Lee Productions. I chose the Red Digital Company for my gear. The reason why I chose Red Digital is because they are #1 in using the most advanced technology in film. They also will be filming the show with their popular first camera, the red one, which is still in very high demand in the film and television industry. Red Digital just plain and simply has the best quality. Big Mocker, now that I have your ear, I want to explain a little bit more about my marketing plan. The project will be marketed to mostly the LGBT community and women between the ages of 25 and 40. The LGBT community is a given. I mean, they'll relate to anything that connects or consists of LGBT material, and the women of ages 25 to 40, I feel like they're mature enough to relate to the characters because the majority of them have been in relationships and have had their hearts broken before. So I feel like that was a good combination of a target audience. The audience will benefit from the show because the show will break down barriers between the gay and straight communities. It'll also destroy some of the stigmas and stereotypes about gays and gay relationships. For my transmedia marketing plan, I plan to go mobile by creating a mobile app for the show, also an interactive website for the show where fans can get updates and bios on the cast and play games pertaining to the show. I also will create a Facebook fan page for the show as well as a trailer to the show on YouTube so fans can go and catch little previews for the show. I also will set up a Twitter feed to where fans can interact with the cast and the crew directly, submit ideas and suggestions that they have for the show as well. My social media campaign will consist of a heavy dose of Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram mainly. The key to that will be spreading the word and generating a buzz before the show is actually released. The interaction on social media sites will give the audience a more personal feel towards the show and more personal connection to the show. I will use these outlets to release weekly previews and also to generate good feedback and conversation about the show. I will know that the marketing plan is successful because of course the feedback and the interaction from the fans. The increase in ratings that we are sure to see after the campaign is over will also be a good indication of the plan's success. I also will approach LGBT friendly companies like Spencer's Retail Stores and Out.com magazine for cross promotion because they cater to the majority of my target audience with the LGBT community. That way I will be able to market directly to the majority of my viewers. Big Mocker, I know I'm just one of hundreds of projects you have to choose from, but you should choose mine because this show will cut down the barriers that exist between gay and straight people and will teach us to connect as humans and coexist and delete the separation of sexuality. Thank you for your time and your consideration, sir. I look forward to hearing from you.